Hi, fourth grade, it's Mrs. Schaefer. Now that we just finished our persuasive essays, we're going to move on to the next part in English. That is going to be your autobiography. An autobiography is a way to write about your own life. What we are going to do in fourth grade is an autobiography book. So you are going to write about your own life. What I'm going to show you are parts of that book so you know what to expect over the next few weeks. The first page that will be in your autobiography is the day you were born. It says it's a boy or it's a girl. So whichever gender you are is the page that you are going to use. On these pages, it says baby's name, so you're going to put your whole name, the day you were born, time, weight, length, the hospital you were born at, and the doctor's name. In this box is where you're going to put your newborn picture of yourself. So you are going to need your parents' help on that page. The next page is your family tree. On this page, you will need to include yourself, your siblings, your parents, your grandparents, and if possible, if they were special to you, your great-grandparents. Please decorate this page as beautiful as you can and include pictures if you have some. On the next page, you have in the year that I was born. You are going to spend a couple days on this. On this line, you are going to put the year that you were born, and then you are going to write 15 facts about things that happened in the year that you were born. I have a couple websites for you to use as a resource to find that information of 15 facts in the year that you were born. The next page says baby, toddler, and preschool years. So from when you were born to about age 4. You're going to need your parents' help on this too, unless you remember. That's a good memory. Some things are your favorite foods, favorite belongings, favorite book or show that you used to watch, and first words. At the bottom, special memories, funny moments, or stories that parents have told me. So on here, you're going to need some help from your parents of any special stories that your parents have told you from when you were born to about the age of 4. You will also need pictures of when you were a year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, and 4 years old to include with this page. The next 2 pages are school years. You will spend a couple days on this as well. School years are from kindergarten to 4th grade. It says 5th at the top. That's a typo. My apologies. But on each of these pages, it has kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, then 4th. Each page has the school, your teacher, good friends, because sometimes your friends change from year to year, and any special memories. This is where you will put special events that happen in that grade. So in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are where you're going to put pictures that show those special memories for each of the grades. Next, you have Who Am I? You're actually going to spend about 4 days on this. And the reason why I'm going to have you spend 4 days is because there's a lot to think about. So I want you to think of it this way. If it's going to take about 4 days, you're going to do half a page a day. So you're going to do this half on day 1, this half on day 2, this half on day 3, and then my favorites on day 4. Some of the things that are on these pages that you might want to think about are like your personality, people that have inspired you, like famous people. If there was something that you would change about yourself, what would it be? what do you miss most about being a little kid, and some of your favorites that you might want to think about. For example, a season, a sport, an animal, a person in history, or a book that was your favorite. So, who am I? You're going to spend quite a few days on this, okay? And don't forget to include some pictures of your favorites or who you are on those pages. Next, you have an I am poem. This is the template of the I am poem. I'm going to introduce this to you in a separate video at a later time, showing how to fill out this I am poem. But here's a little glimpse of it. Where it says I am, that's where you are going to put your name. So, for example, I am Mrs. Schaefer. And in this top part, it says, I wonder about, I hear, I see, I want. So this is where I'm going to put what I wonder about, or some things that I like to hear, or things that I enjoy seeing, or things I want, okay? This is I am. I am Mrs. Schaefer. These are those things. I am Mrs. Schaefer again. And then it continues. I pretend, I feel, I worry, I cry, I am Mrs. Schaefer. So in the moment of when I am filling this out of who I am how I feel about these things, or I worry about these things, or what I cry about. At the bottom, it says, I understand, I say. So what's something you say all the time? I dream. What do you dream about? I try. I hope. What are you hoping for? I am Mrs. Schaefer. Okay, so of course you're not going to put Mrs. Schaefer. You'll put your name. But this is just what the I am poem looks like. And then we will work on this together at a later time. We will introduce it. You will have an opportunity to make a rough draft and send it to me. I will make edits to it, and then you will work on a final draft the next day. Okay, so that's the I am poem, and I have a couple examples here as well that go with it, so you have an idea of what to write for your I am poem. Next, you're going to spend a couple days on an average day in my future. I think this one's going to be my favorite of your autobiography, and what this means is you're going to write in the first person as yourself in the future. So as if you are a middle schooler, like 7th and 8th grade, you're going to write from your perspective as a middle schooler, like 7th and 8th grade. Then you have high school, so wherever you're going to be, Marion or somewhere else, you are going to write from your perspective in high school. Maybe you're a freshman and it's your first year there. Maybe you're a junior and you got your first job. So you get to write as if you were a high schooler. The next part is 20 years old. So this will be after high school, maybe in college, maybe at a trade school, whatever you may be doing, you're going to write in that perspective. Next, you have 40 years old. Woo. So this is after college. Maybe you're married, or maybe you chose a different vocation. Maybe you became a priest or a nun. You can be writing from your perspective at 40 years old. Next, you have 80 years old. So what would you be doing as an 80-year-old? Are you going to have grandkids? Are you still going to be traveling the world? That is up to you. You get to write from your perspective as an 80-year-old person. Then down here is where you're going to put a picture of yourself as an 80-year-old. There is an app out there that I will help with you on this, and we will put a picture of you as an 80-year-old person. So that is an average day in my future. That will take a couple days to work on that as well. Okay. The next part is more for the parents. So this is a surprise, 4th graders, in your autobiography that's going to come from your parents. So parents, there is going to be an email coming your way to explain what this part is, and I hope you have fun with it. Also, what I would like to add is that towards the end of your autobiography, you are going to create a cover. And I have a couple covers here, but I'd rather you make your own from Google Slides, or what I think Google Slides would be the best way. So you can make a cover for yourself for your autobiography, and then if we need more time, some working days in there as well will be added into this time of working on your autobiography. I believe that is all I wanted to introduce to you about your autobiography. This will be broken down into Google Slides so that you can put your information into there, and then all of the pages that I just showed you will be your final draft. So when you're working on your PowerPoint, I get to see the information being put in, and then you can start working on the final draft. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I can't wait to work on this with you. Bye.